Today for the Bitcoin price. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am right now doing absolutely nothing cool, fun, or exciting. I am walking on a boring old treadmill in the office in my boring old house like I do every single day. But even still, I had to come in and make a video for you guys right now because what we are seeing on the Bitcoin charts is absolutely astounding. In fact, the Bitcoin price right now is attempting to do the unthinkable. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell for notifications because
this guy, Jason Casper, he's not just an analyst. He's the juiciest analyst of all time. Nobody does it better. I mean, look at him. He's got the charts, the signals, the whole deal.
Let's paint a little picture. The Bitcoin price back here in the beginning of September came down to the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement from June's low to the current all-time high. And as we came down to this level, we were saying this is a very, very important level of support. Why? Because this is the support resistance flip that goes all the way back to the highs that we made in 2024 before the very beginning of the year. In other words, as long as the price can hold above this zone, we can still be bullish. And as we came down to that zone around $107,000 in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we were giving this trade setup in real time. As we were coming down to the $107,000-ish level, we were saying that next big drop could be the one. And of course, we took that trade in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Now, what has happened since this time? The Bitcoin price has gotten a move up, and we actually got friend zoned by this girl, the Fibonacci 618. Now, this Fibonacci 618, as some of us know, her name is Six Juanita. She was our high school crush. We had a big crush on this chick. We thought, Six Juanita, I'm going to ask her out. We're going to go steady. We're going to get matching Ben coin tattoos and live happily ever after off our crypto gains. However, when I asked her out, she said, Jay, I do like you, but not like that. And she rejected me. Purple candles oozing out of my heart, my emotions spilling all over the floor. Now we can come back to the chart and see as we came up to the 6 Juanita, if we go to the 4-hour time frame, what do we actually see happening as we're tapping this level? Now, you can see that as the price was getting higher into the key support, the key resistance, market cipher beat, the momentum waves, and the money flows are getting lower. It's called a bearish divergence. All right, some people call it actually the upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boob pattern. As the price getting higher into the golden pocket, well, Sam Bankman-Fried's man boobs are getting lower, and 6 Juanita, she doesn't like nice guys like your boy. She likes criminals that do meth in the Bahamas and give money to governments like your boy Sam Bankman-Fried. So we got friend zoned up here at the Fibonacci golden pocket. And of course, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, I blatantly told my community, I am going to be shorting here no matter what. And of course, we did take the short, currently open right now, as you can see. But look at what's happening. We are bouncing right now from the Fibonacci golden pocket. Now, yes, you're in the friend zone, which means she's not going to date you. But look, that also means because you're in the friend zone, she's going to be there for support when your heart is broken, telling you, don't worry, Jay, you will find love out there someday. Meanwhile, she's using you for all your stuff because she knows if she needs money for something, you'll give it to her. If she needs a ride somewhere, you'll give it to her. She wants to copy off your tests in high school so she can go to a good college. She knows that you'll let her. So she's going to string you along, and she'll be there for support when you are feeling at your lows. Now, I want to talk very specifically about what is happening right here. In the Casper Crew VIP Discord, not only did we give the short trade from $117,000 in advance, and I told my community I'm definitely going to be taking the short trade, but we also gave this trading plan. This was on the 22nd of September, 2 days ago, around New York open time, where we were looking for a little bit of a push up here, and then another drop to the downside, coming down to around $111,000, and then potentially looking for a big move to the upside. Now, if we take a look at the chart, we can see this is what I had on my chart. This is literally exactly what happened. We got the little push to the upside. We came down right around to $111,000, and now we are currently getting a bounce. And this bounce does have real potential to see follow through. Why is that? Well, if we look at the chart here and we go to the daily time frame and we zoom out, we can see that we're actually back testing the macro value area high of a sideways range that we have literally been trading since November 2024. This is a year-long price action range, and for the last year, $111,000 has been considered overpriced for Bitcoin. In other words, anything over $111,000 is considered expensive Bitcoin, and we would look for a move to the downside. Well, look at what's happened here. We hit our new all-time high. We had an opportunity for the market to say, you know what, this is expensive Bitcoin. Let's push it back down towards the fair value zone, which for the past year is $97,000. But instead of the market pushing the price back down to what used to be considered fair value, we saw a dip below what used to be considered overvalued, a move above, and now we're getting another back test. In other words, we broke out, we back tested it once, we got a bounce. Now we're back testing it twice with a higher low, and we're starting to get another bounce. This could start something big. If we take a look at this range since July, look at this. The fair value zone of Bitcoin since July was basically anything below $113,000 is considered undervalued Bitcoin. What does this mean? That means right now, on the high time frames, the market is saying what used to be considered overpriced Bitcoin is now a good place to buy. Remember, this was considered overpriced for the past year. But now the market participants are saying, you know what, I'm going to buy this. Then we're seeing this being considered undervalued Bitcoin. So far, it looks like, yeah, the market is still considering this undervalued Bitcoin. And as we're currently right now bouncing from the key support from the level we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. All right, trade currently open. This right here is a compounded trade from the first long that we gave back in August. I opened this trade on September 1st when we got the dip down into 107. And then, of course, we took profits. We entered into the short from 117. And then, you know, this idea here, I've compounded that long trade, made $15,000 on the trade so far. We're currently in a $400,000 position, potentially looking for a big move to the upside. And by the way, if you want to join the best trading community in the world, you go to jasoncaspertrading.com, click the link where myself and 3 other instructors every single day, multiple times a day, are live streaming New York Open, London Open, Asia Open. We're walking you through our live trading, giving you our non-signals. You know, we tell you when we're taking trades, but they're not signals. All right. Plus, it's a thriving community of awesome traders. It's a really fun time. Also, if you guys want to trade Bitcoin and altcoins, KCEX right now has literally the best deal on fees, 0% limit order, 0.01% market order. Plus, KCEX is always doing thousands of dollars of giveaways on my live streams. All right. Also, make sure to check out BLOFIN, which has a special deal with your boy Jay Casper, where they are giving you very, very, very low market fees, as well as a chance to win all of these juicy prizes. So, if the Bitcoin price can hold above 113,000, well, look at what we have going on the lower term time frames here. The 4-hour time frame, as we came down to the key support, and let's remember, this is not just any old support. This is the Fibonacci golden pocket after a bounce from the Fibonacci golden pocket, right? We have a really nice bottom at very key support. We've made a higher high, and now we're making a higher low at very key support. The 4-hour time frame, what do we see here? When we take a look at this 4-hour time frame, as the price is getting lower to key support, we are seeing none other than the coveted uneven butt cheek pattern. Big juicy butt cheek on the left, skinny tiny little butt cheek on the right. If we go ahead and post the cheeks onto the chart, stretch the cheeks out, you got to get a good gluteus stretchimus there. The resemblance is quite striking. All right. This has the potential, in my opinion, to give us more upside. To where? Well, the fact that we've come back above 113,000, and this potentially here is our back test, the most probable level we will come to is $120,000, right? Because when you come below fair price, and Bitcoin is considered oversold, undervalued, and you come back inside, probabilities are highest that we make our way back to the top of the range. In fact, this whole structure would look really bullish, considering that we came into the fair value zone after having lost it for a few weeks, getting a back test right here, and then we could look for that next big push to the upside. And if we're coming back up towards $120,000, well, if we can reclaim that, there's no reason why we cannot hit another all-time high before, in my opinion, the cycle top, well, the all-time high for the next few years will be in. So we really need to watch what's happening right now. Major resistance is going to be around $115,000 right now. 115,000. Why is that going to be major resistance? Because this is, you don't need any kind of technical tools to see that this is our major previous support. Previous support now acts as resistance. So a move here, we could look for a little bit of a rejection. But I would say this, as long as we're holding above $113,000, things are looking pretty dang bullish. This 4-hour divergence could easily give us a daily trigger wave, which would then give us this pattern here of having formed a hidden bullish divergence right here on the daily. And then we form that next trigger wave with the money flow increasing, which probably will be enough juice to get us at least to 120K, hopefully higher, so that we can hit a juicy new all-time high on Bitcoin. That being said, guys, this is my Bitcoin update for today. May God bless you all in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious in any way, shape, or form, I pray you and your family are blessed in the name of Yeshua. And I'll see everybody next time. Peace!